Good morning and welcome to the next episode of the Grey Nomad Knits. I've lost count of what episode number it is because I haven't been on here for quite some time. But I thought it was time I came back. The weather has cooled down nicely here now. I'm in Perth, Western Australia, and it's nice to be able to wear some winter woolies, although it's still not that cold. And as soon as I finish recording, this jumper will be coming off and my t-shirt will be left again, just with a loose cardigan because it is far too warm for this time of year. I think today's going to be 20 again. It's a bit warmer because it's overcast and we had some beautiful rain overnight. But yeah, we're still getting really warm temperatures for this time of year. We should be getting around 17 degrees, but more often it's 19, 20, and those few degrees make such a difference when you're wanting to wear knitwear. But anyway, I can't complain. If you hear any noises, we've got my daughter staying with us at the moment, and she has her dog. So she just jumped over the leg of my table and it made a pinging noise. But yeah, she may make an appearance, but I don't think she will. She's very much my daughter's dog. And myself and my hubby, we are, not in the picture. But she is beautiful. And her name's Gidget, but we call her Gidgy. Okay, so since I last spoke to you, hello Gidgy, are you coming to say hello? Are you coming to say hello? No, she's just having a wander around. She's normally not allowed in my craft room because she sheds her hair. But as it's just her and me here this morning, I thought I would let her. So since I last spoke to you, it's been a while. We had my sister-in-law here. She got very ill and ended up in hospital for 2 or 3 weeks. 2 weeks probably out of her 3-week holiday. So that was very traumatic for her, but we were also very worried and concerned for her. They kept her in hospital till the day she flew home. And thankfully she's made a full recovery now, and it was a hormonal problem. And now she's good, which is great news. And then I got a case of cellulitis in my hand. I woke up one night in the middle of the night with this incredible pain, and within 24 hours my hand had swollen up, and I couldn't knit for about 3-4 weeks because the pain was so intense. Thankfully it's all healed up now. The doctors still don't know what caused it because it's basically an infection, and I'd had no cuts or scrapes or anything, and they think it may have been an insect bite. At the time we were getting very mild, like a real Indian summer here in Perth. We were getting high 20s, low 30s, and this was in April. And I think, and the doctor thinks it may have been what are you doing, Gidgy? May have been an insect bite. They said you don't always know when you've had an insect bite, and we had lots of little spiders and things around because of the weather. So I think they may be right, but thankfully it's made almost a full recovery now. It still gets a little painful if I knit for too long, so I have to be mindful of how long I sit and knit for, which is a pain in the bum. But anyway, it's good. I'm good to go now. I've been sewing again. My beautiful room here is in total disarray at the moment because I'm in the middle of making some new aprons for the shop, and I have stuff everywhere. These ones are cut out, ready to go. Then when I finish this batch, I have to make some more for a friend who's ordered some, and then I'm going to give this room a good clean out and have a week of just knitting, I think. Anyway, enough of all that. So you can find me on Instagram as JillyMG60, I think. There's a 60 at the end. Oh, I'm so bad at this. I'll put it all in the notes underneath. I'm also on Ravelry as JillyMG. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a quick update on my projects because I don't have anything really new to show you, but I just wanted to touch base. First off is my Sungold. Oh gosh, my mind. I think it's the Sungold blanket. Hang on, I'm just going to check that name. Yes, it's the Sungold blanket by Lucy from Attic 24, and this is a free pattern on her site, the details of which I'll put in the notes below. Now this is a gift for my dear sister-in-law Pam. Thankfully, as I said, she's much better now, and this is going to look gorgeous on her new cream coloured lounge suite. It's so colourful, and I've really made some good progress. And I've only got about 7 or 8 stripes, I think, to go. And then it will be the border, and then I can post it off to her. So look at the colours. Lucy is an absolute genius with colours. I love the little pops of the greeny colours, and then all the reddy purpley tones. I think the way she's grouped them together are so nice. Sometimes I'm a bit when there's too much colour going on, but I really like this one. Even though it's bright, it's almost like a muted bright, and I think Pam's going to love it. When she was here, before she went into hospital, she was, my camera might get knocked in a minute. She did pull off one of my blankets I had over the back of the couch and really loved it. So I did mention to her that this one was for her, but I think she was feeling so unwell she didn't take it in. So I think she's forgotten all about it. So this is going to be a nice surprise, I hope, for her when it arrives in the mail. So each row is just 2 stripes. Each stripe is 2 rows of the same colour, and the yarn is Stylecraft DK Special, or Special DK. My mind's all topsy-turvy this morning. It's a joy to work with this yarn. It's beautiful and soft. It doesn't really feel like acrylic, but it is. So it'll be easy for her to throw into the machine and wash if her grandies spill anything on it, or, you know, slop a melted ice cream or anything on it. So I think she'll really enjoy it, and it can get pretty cool over in Tasmania at night time. So there may be some nights when she doesn't want the heating on, but she can just use this to give her some warmth. And I think just the colours give you warmth. It's just such a comforting blanket. I just love it, and I'm almost tempted to keep it, but no, I won't do that. So that is the Sungold blanket by Lucy from Attic 24, and I'm hoping by the next month when I podcast that it may be almost finished, or at least halfway through the border or something like that. The next thing I'd like to show you is something I've been working on for the shop. As you know, we're in the southern hemisphere here, so we're in the middle of winter, and the lady who owns the shop asked if I could possibly make her some hot water bottle covers to sell. So I have already made 2 which are in the shop now, and I'll insert a photo here. And this is the 3rd one. I'm only going to have the 3 for now unless they sell. And I'm using, remember, my regular viewers may remember, I've made 2 or 3 fair old blankets now out of rowan felted tweed. And I had a lot of leftovers. Now, not enough to do anything, you know, big with, like a jumper or anything like that. So I thought these would make perfect hot water bottle covers. So I'm just doing really my own mashup of a pattern, and I'm using the rowan felted tweed. But this one, I took one of the squares out of my Marie Wallen blanket and just took 1 stripe to put across the middle, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out. It looks really pretty, and this bit here folds over to the back, and then there'll be 3 buttons at the back. So the buttons will be sewn onto here, and where these stitch markers are where my little buttonholes are. In fact, this is my buttons here. They're just little tiny brown wooden ones, nothing fancy. And anyone in Australia watching, I just got those from Spotlight. No, I didn't. I got them from Homecraft Textiles here in Perth. Buttons are so expensive now. Oh, goodness me. So I'm up to now where I decrease for the top of the hot water bottle. So I'll start that tonight, and then I finish the top section in moss stitch with a row of eyelets. It gets secured by just a thread of crochet chain with a couple of little flower motifs at the end, so you can pull it tight closed. So the water bottle slides up here through the bottom, then you button it up and fill it with your hot water, and then pull the drawstring at the top, and you've got a much nicer feel than that rubbery stuff. So yeah, those of you who don't like hot water blankets but just want something warm and toasty on your feet at night, or even just to put on your lap on a cold winter's night and you want to lay your hands on it to keep them warm, for people like me who suffer from that thing where you get cold fingers. They get so cold the circulation stops. They go white. So that should be finished within another 3 or 4 days, hopefully, and that will be going over to the shop. For those viewers in Perth, the shop is the Tasty Pear at Bassendean. But I am still working on getting an Etsy store up and running sometime this year. I've started the embroidery for some of my project bags I'm going to make, so stay tuned for that. But that's my own design, except for the stripe across is off one of my Marie Wallen Fair Old Blanket squares. You can't get the pattern for that now. It was a club pattern. So, but anyone else who has the pattern, I think it might have been in square 6. Oh, I can't remember. But anyway, that's it. And my last project to show you today is in my lovely Christmas bag, because I cast it on Christmas night. And this is my Yorlin cardigan by Kate Davies. I don't think there's a picture of it on here. Oh, there is. I'll just hold that up because it is a paid pattern. Kate's beautiful, isn't she? I just wanted a nice lightweight cardigan. I always moan about our weather. I know some of you in the Northern Hemisphere would love our mild climate. I'm just finding I don't get a lot of wear out of things like this, or anything heavier than what we call an H-ply here in Australia, which is a DK. Anything DK or higher only gets worn once or twice each winter, unless we're away in the caravan, somewhere cold down south. So I want to make more fingering weight cardigans and jumpers. Trouble is they take twice as long to knit. But you know what? Does it really matter? As long as I'm knitting, I don't really mind how long things take. I just feel sorry that for you viewers, you don't get to see a lot of new content. So I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about this. And I did put a picture of this on Instagram, because this is worked top down, and then all in one piece. Then you put the stitches for the sleeves on stitch holders, then you keep working down. So the back and the two sides are all in the one piece, but it's knitted flat, if you know what I mean. Well, I wasn't sure if I'd have enough yarn to get the length I wanted, so I thought I'll do the sleeves first, and then I can just work down on the body with however much yarn I have, allowing a bit extra for the bands and the cast off. So that's what I've done. The sleeves, I can't remember where I was when I last showed you. I'm just finding this ball of wool. I am kind of alternating skeins, because this is quite tonal. Now this wool is from Michelle at a Perth-based dyeing company called Dyeing to Knit. It is the most beautiful yarn to work with. The dye job on it is gorgeous. It's tonal. I said to her I wanted black, but not really a jet black, probably more of a charcoal, and that is exactly what she dyed up for me. Now because it's tonal, I should probably alternate skeins, but I can't be bothered with all that palaver. So what I do is, when I get to about this much left, then I start alternating skeins until this one's gone. So at the moment, that's where I'm at. I've got 2 skeins attached. Oh, that's a full one. That's not even attached. Not my day today. So I'm going to show you where I'm at with it. I'm really happy with it. I haven't tried it on, but I'm quite sure it's going to fit. I'm really happy with how the extra fabric I put in for my biceps has turned out as well. So this is it. Sleeves are done. And I'm well working my way down the body. And look, it's got these lovely lace sections down the front. I'll just see if I can hold that up better to show you. Isn't that pretty? I just wanted something so it wasn't just plain stocking it the whole way. And the back, it's just plain. It's got a lovely raglan sleeve. Of course, this is curling up a bit, so there's probably another inch in the body. So how far have I got? I've done about maybe 8 inches. That's the sleeve there. So I'm thinking I'm probably about halfway there, because then it has quite a wide piece of ribbing at the bottom. I will be putting it on some waste yarn when I think it's long enough and trying it on to check the length, because after all this work I definitely want it to be the right length for me. I don't want it too long, but I don't want it like cropped or anything like that, because cropped on me is not a pretty sight. I think this is going to get so much wear. Firstly, the colour. Look, I love all the colours under the sun, but sometimes you have to go with something that you know is just going to be a staple, and I think this is. So the sleeves, I may have told you this before. I ended up putting an extra, I did a tension square, and I worked out that I would need an extra 17 stitches on each bicep. I'm sick of things not fitting me properly in the arms. So I worked out a little diagram and of how to do it, and I did it like in a flying geese sort of shape. I started by putting one extra stitch in the middle of the row. Then 2 rows later I put in 2 extra stitches either side of that first one, and so forth till I'd added in 17. And you can hardly see it. You can there if I hold it up. So you can see that sort of V here, down there and down there. But I think when it's on, especially if I have a dark t-shirt or something on underneath it, you're hardly going to notice it. And especially after I've given it a wash and a bit of a block as well. And it's given me that extra width in the upper part of my arms. I'm really happy with the sleeves and everything. It's all turned out beyond my wildest dreams. I'm really happy. Can you see the tonal, the faint striping? That actually looks more pronounced on screen than it does in real life. But it is there, and I absolutely love that, because there's no pooling or anything like that. I'm really enjoying it. I'll knit more of Kate Davies' designs after this, because it's a beautiful pattern to knit. And if I ever need to buy more yarn, I'll be buying some more yarn from Dyeing to Knit, because it's a joy to knit with. You know, sometimes you just knit a project that you just want to go back to every night. And I have to stop myself, because I think part of that problem with my hands could be that when you're working on the same project night after night or day after day, you're doing that same sort of movement, holding the same thickness and everything. So I think it's good to have a mix. So I always have 3 projects on the go, and I rotate them each night. We are going down to our friends in Denmark for our winter in July, midwinter festival. Not this weekend, but next weekend. And I think this is the only project I'm going to take. So for 3 nights, I can just knit away on this and put a good dent in it. Now, hopefully by the time I speak to you again, I'll be ready for the waistband. That would be awesome. I did put a little stitch marker in here before I started knitting on this last night, because there's a lot of, I haven't counted the stitches lately, but there's a lot of stitches. You know, this is 1 row. So it takes a long time. And even the purl rows, of course, take a little longer. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I don't mind purling. I find it quite therapeutic. I slow down a bit. I have to tighten up my tension a little, otherwise you get a bit of a striping effect with the looser stitches. So I'm conscious of pulling my yarn a little tighter on the purl rows. And then when I turn around to do the next knit row, I think, oh, this is looking so nice. It's almost worth the purl row, having all that time seeing the wrong side, to then turn it and see the right side again. Am I mad? Yes, I think I am. But look, this is all I can do in 1 night. So that's about 3 hours. That's my maximum I'm allowing myself to knit for. It took me 3 hours to not even do an inch. But you know, it's getting there. And if I can put on that much every day down in Denmark, it's going to grow quite quickly from now on. So that's my Yorlin by Kate Davies. I'll just pop that away. Okay, so now that my blanket's soon going to be finished. The hot water bottle cover is soon going to be finished. It's time to start thinking about my next cast on. I'm so excited because I haven't had a new cast on for some time. Now I have I can never decide what to knit. I've got so much stash. When I get this sewing room tidied up, perhaps by the next episode, I'll be able to go through all my drawers and cupboards in here and show you my stash. I have it all labelled and I have it all on an Excel spreadsheet on my computer. Now, to pick my next project, because I can never decide, and I really do want to knit through my stash. Some of it I've had for 10 years. So what I do is I go to my computer, open up my spreadsheet, and then I'm going to do a random number generator on my phone, and whatever we come up with will be my next project. So come along and join me. Okay, so I don't know if you can see all that, but I have here all my yarns and where they are. We'll just get rid of this down here. So I have, if I scroll down to the bottom, 237 entries. So let's just get random number generator up on my phone. Random. And I'm going to put in from 1 to, I don't even know what that last thing is, Walk by Adele. Not sure what that is, but anyway, 237. So here we are, and we're going to generate. So we're going to do number 93 next, so let's have a look and see what that is. Just going to scroll up here. Oh, of course my computer is now going to play up. Oh, there we go. 93. Here we are. It's a Knit Picks, Hawthorn yarn by Knit Picks, Colourways Alberta Arts, and it's going to be a pair of socks. Now it's in crate 10, which I cannot get to, but I'm going to try. It's in my wardrobe behind all my sewing stuff. So I'm now going to search through there and find crate number 10 and get the yarn out to show you. Okay, I have found box number 10, so we're now going to find it. I'll see if I can angle this down for you. So here we have my crate number 10, and I'm looking for the Knit Picks Hawthorn. So this is all Bendigo Woolen Mills yarn. I bought enough of that to do a sweater. Oh, I can smell my lovely, I've got one of those insect sachets in here and I can smell it, it's beautiful. Okay, so let's just pull these out. So I can see some knit picks down here. That's the Felici. What's this one? Hawthorn. Is this the one? I'm looking for Alberta Arts. That's it. Oh, that's gorgeous. And it's 100 grams, I think. Let's just check. Yeah, there's 100 grams there, so that's certainly enough to do a pair of socks. So that will be my next cast on after my next finished project. So hopefully I'll have something to show you the next time. Do you like the way I do that? Pick something at random. You can see I have all these beautiful yarns and I never know what to make next. I reckon I've had this in my stash for 4 or 5 years. So at last it's going, oh, can you see Gidget? There she is, look. Hello, Gidget. Gidget, who's a good girl? It's so nice to have a dog back in the house. Okay, so now I'm going to put all this mess away. Put this back down here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's been a bit all over the place because I'm in such a mess in here and I'm a bit out of practice as well. But I hope you're all having a good day and I shall see you all hopefully in about a month. We have had a few travels away in the caravan, so I'll just finish off with a few bits of footage from that and I hope to see you all soon in another month. Take care. Bye for now and happy knitting. As usual, this is future Jill here. Past Jill forgot to include a little bit that I wanted to show you with my daughter's shop. It's now called Chapterlily, and she's made these beautiful magnets that go on your fridge. So for all lovers of anything like to do with the classics in fiction, like she does them for Charles Dickens, Jane Austen, the Bronte sisters, anyone who likes those types of books, these are for you. So I've included a little video and a photo for you to enjoy. And I'll put the link to her shop in the show notes underneath. Bye.